Before Tom came to HYDE, he had a reputation as a troublemaker, and he resented his parents and most other adults. Now in his third year, he feels he has begun to find himself, and his parents agree.
I think HYDE School works because of the attitude of the entire school body. The relationships between the student, the faculty, the headmaster, and even the staff. You learn to respect what they're doing. They're trying to help you, and then you in turn try to help them. There's a sort of mutual respect between everybody in the school. You respect one person and he respects you. After a while, it just comes natural. Nothing is forced on you. When I first came here, I was a lonely person. You know, I thought I had friends. I thought I was doing okay, but now that I look back on it, I know that I was desperately lonely back then. I had nobody I could turn to, nothing to look forward to.
Buzz Heinrich was the first four-year student at HYDE. He was so uncommitted to life and to himself that he almost refused to enroll. But his parents helped talk him into it, and we saw in him a boy with great human potential. We believed in him before he believed in himself. Today, Buzz is an exceptional student and leader in college, but he still considers it important to maintain close ties with HYDE.
HYDE has worked for me to this point because prior to coming here, I had a viewpoint on myself which was not entirely objective. And of course, your family's not going to treat you entirely objectively, and your friends either. And when I came to HYDE, I was put into a situation where I was treated completely objectively, completely in terms of what I was. After you're subjected to this for a while, you realize you start treating yourself objectively and looking at yourself objectively. And this is due to the fact that the faculty treats you completely objectively and gives you a proportional amount of respect in terms of how well you measure up to the school's criteria. Over a time period, if you are subjected to this long enough, you start objectifying yourself and looking at this way yourself. And you know, as you become, or at least in my experience, as I became to realize what I was very dissatisfied. And I realized that ultimately I would be a very unhappy person unless I could change and adopt a new viewpoint on life. And this is what HYDE helped me do. The one thing to remember when you talk about HYDE is it's an experience and not a process. HYDE provides a culture, if you want to use provides a culture like in a biology lab for you to grow in. And sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. But it provides the atmosphere for you to grow and develop. You know, it doesn't work for everybody, but at least it gives you the opportunity to, and also many times it thrusts you into a situation where you have to, and you have no choice about it.
I think Buzz's point is a good one. Perhaps that's the definition of our commitment. Concern with objectivity. We refuse to pamper our students, but we believe in them, and they know it. This atmosphere encourages the maximum growth of each individual. That's the HYDE way, and we believe it's the way of the future.
John Gardner, the former Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare, once wrote, "I am entirely certain that 20 years from now, we will look back at education as it is practiced in most schools today and wonder how we could have tolerated anything so primitive." We share Mr. Gardner's promise of the future, but believe it will not happen without the commitment of schools like HYDE to meet the challenges in education today. If you're interested in HYDE School and its methods of reaching out to young people, write to me, Joe Gall, at the school. I'd like to hear from you.